गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिभरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिभरधारी यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिभरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिभरधारी यशोदनन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रवचकाचार्य स्तोत्र शतशिशुम ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रवचकाचार्य स्तोत्र शतशिशुम भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत गरी वैष्णविंद की नामचय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तविंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ की श्याम कुंद राधा गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की उत्तरा धाम की गंगा मई की यमुना मई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की समवेत भक्तविंद की all glory to Samadhi Devotees, Hare Krishna. All glory to Samadhi Devotees, Hare Krishna. All glory to Samadhi Devotees, Hare Krishna. All glory to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Jai. 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 Okay. Can you pull up Madhya Leela 1536? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
15. So, got it? Madhya Leela 1536. Oh. Oops. No? It's not working?
Oh, no, it was there.
I guess I'll just
Krishna.
just do it.
Also cast it from there.
Yeah, I'll just cast it. Yeah, I've got it on my computer.
It's
Hmm?
just not working on my phone. It's like low.
Okay. How did that come up? Oh, you got it? Who's this?
Ollie. This is Ollie's phone. It worked, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Emata Rasayatra Ara Deepa Avali Uthana Dwadasi Yatra Dekhila Sakali. Okay. ए मत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली उत्थान द्वादश यात्रा देखिला शकली
yatra delika shakali.
हे मत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
हे मत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला सकली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकती
हे मत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
मत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला सकली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकली
Repeat.
हे मत रास यात्रा और दीपावली
हे मत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला सकली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकली एमत रास यात्रा आर एमत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
मत रास यात्रा और दीपावली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला सकली
एमत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकली उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकली
हेमत रस यात्रा आरती पावली
एमत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
तान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला सकली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकली
मत रास यात्रा और दीपावली
एमत रास यात्रा आर दीपावली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला सकली
उत्थान द्वादशी यात्रा देखिला शकली
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Mata in this way. Rasa Yatra, Rasa dancing of the Lord Krishna. Ara and Dipavali, a row of lights. Oh, okay, it's the same. It's just kind of flipped around. Okay, the day of Dipavali, when row of lights are lit.
Rows of lights are lit.
Uttana,
Utthana
what is that? Dwadasi Yatra.
Dvadashi Yatra
The festivals of Uttana Dwadasi. Dekila, Shakali,
Shakali
participated in all of them. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees participated in all the festivals, including Rasa Yatra, Dipavali, and Uttana Dwadasi. The Dipavali festival takes place on the dark moon night in the month of Kartika, October to November. The Rasa Yatra or Rasa dance of Krishna takes place on the full night of the same month. Uttana Dwadasi takes place the day after Ekadashi in the waxing fortnight of the moon in the same month. All the devotees of the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu participated in all these festivals. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmitamina Tasmai Shri Guru Namah Chaitanya Manushtam Sthapitamina Bhutale Swayam Rabakadamayam Tatadi Sopadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shvetapatakamulam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivan Sadvaitam Savaditam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakan Vitam Shahe Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinavanda Jagat Vite Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Suri Vrishivani Sute Devi Pranamami Hripye Vanchakalpadarvesha Kripa Sindhubhye Vichapatitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtavadare Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swamitane Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtavadare Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamitane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishe Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jnananandamayam Devam Nirajpatikakratim, Adaram Sarve Vidyanam Mahayagrivam Upasmahe. Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinir Smarana Vigna Vinashananaya Shahe Nija Vanchida Purana. So today is Dipavali, rightly known, and now coming as Diwali in the Hindi I guess, corruption of the word. So as we see here, the Gaudiya Sampradaya, we celebrate this Dipavali, and even Lord Chaitanya's associates participated in all these festivals. And we also see actually that even back to when Krishna was in the pastimes of Krishna, it's mentioned how Dipavali is celebrated also. So we see that the glory of the Lord Rama, it's been going on for millenniums. It's that the Lord has performed his pastimes, and people are still celebrating it to this day, that it is going on. So the nature and the pastimes of the Lord are unlimited. It's not like some ordinary person of this world, they do something great, and then over time we forget them, like so many World War heroes and so many people that probably did so many great things in the past are completely forgotten of. Or even people that, even the founders of this country, most people probably don't, I don't know their names, but most people who are from this country and raised in the educational system probably don't know their names, even though they did such a great thing. It's establishing the country itself. And so people in this world are fallible soldiers. They're forgotten with time. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the controller of that time. He is not influenced by that time. Similarly, his name, fame, glory, pastimes, all of these things are not deteriorated by time. They are remembered, they are celebrated by people. Now, of course, as also Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that yoga nashta parantapa, that the tradition may also become corrupted in some way, just like we see the Dipavali to Diwali, and the whole mood of what is Dipavali is actually completely questionable. And the understanding of Dipavali, there is no real substance there actually. Just like we have Christmas, we celebrate Christmas. People celebrate Christmas for what? Nobody really knows. Why do you celebrate Christmas? Nobody knows. Similarly, the Hindus don't know why you celebrate Christmas. Dipavali, people don't know why they celebrate it. They have some understanding, just like Christmas, they have some understanding. It's the spirit of giving. And so that's what Christmas is, right? To everyone, it's the spirit of giving. So, but in modern times, what is Dipavali often seen as? Celebration where? Huh? No. How do people in general? Okay, Dipavali is so becomes so prominent that even in UK, in the, what do they call that, Parliament building, they celebrate it. They called some of the Hindu heads, and all the Queen was there when she was alive. Is she still alive? She's dead. She died, yeah. And so even when the Queen was there, she would be there. Some of the devotees from the temples would be invited, and the different heads of different Hindu temples would be invited, and they would celebrate. And even in different people who are not Hindus in general also celebrate by doing what? Lighting a lamp, maybe some fireworks, and all of this sort of thing. We see that people like the celebration, but what is often it's just seen as the general idea is that it signifies victory over evil, right? It is significant of victory over evil. Now, most people don't probably know the story. Some people know. Most people, maybe the Hindus will know. Okay, Rama killed Ravana, and he's returning to Ayodhya, and then victory over evil. So they take that as it's a symbol. It's not. They don't give Rama's personality so much significance. Like if we kind of look at the overall mood of the whole thing, they don't give Rama's personality significance. They give significance to victory over evil. But they don't know what is evil and what is good. Because if you actually analyze it, you look at how Ravana ran his kingdom, people would love to live there right now. They would think, this is perfectly fine, this is awesome, I get to enjoy life, and this is great. What's the problem with Ravana's kingdom? And then there's also that, in some parts of South India, that actually Ravana was good, and and he was falsely prosecuted, or Ravana was Tamil, so he was a good guy. So Rama was a North Indian who came and insulted the Tamilian leader over there. So anyways, all these misconceptions are there. So people overall can't understand this, so it's become like Christmas, Yoga Nashta Parantapa, that actually the real significance and the real essence of what is Dipavali is become completely diminished to a point of just some mundane idea of victory over evil, in which for them victory over evil is that I get to enjoy my senses. And that's victory. If my country conquers another country and we're no longer attacked by that country and we overcame their evil, we're good. So that's victory over evil. But if we were to actually take the proper stance of what Dipavali actually is, or if they're referring to specifically this victory over evil, then we're looking at a whole different conception of what is evil. Because it's based on dharma. Modern society is adharma by nature. It's dharma specifically discussing here. So they also, Hindus may quote that, dharma, that it's dharma over adharma. But they don't also know what is dharma. He was just stating statistic that India has become the #1 in abortion. What kind of dharma is this? What kind of conquering are you doing? They take, what is their evil, conquering over evil. Yes, India is becoming great by modern technology. And we're conquering so much, so many problems that are there. Maybe some blindness problem, hunger problem, that's evil, and we're conquering evil. But then neglecting Pakistan. Pakistan is the evil, or China is the evil, or so many different things. So we concoct all these different evils that are only relative in how, and they only relate to the extent of how I can enjoy and how I cannot enjoy. That's how evil and goodness or what is dharma and adharma to them, but not referring to proper code and conduct of Shastra. So Dipavali, this is specifically, of course, dharma over adharma, yes, because it's paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. It's in direct relationship with that. This past or Dipavali is that Lord Rama did conquer. He established dharma. He destroyed the demons, saved his devotees, and he appeared. And if one can understand that, it's great. Janma karma chamadivam evam yoveti tattva tyakta deham punarjanma nayati mameti so Arjuna. If one can understand the true significance of this pastime, great, wonderful. Everybody gets to go back home, back to Godhead, because he understands it in truth. But people, because of their lack of understanding or not wanting to know, not wanting to have that understanding, or averse to that understanding, they are more on the platform on the other side of ajananti mamudha manusim tanumashritam param bhava jananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. That what do they take? They take just some ordinary man. Just some ordinary man. Who's Lord Ram? He's just moral. What do we like about Lord Ram? His morality. He's a moral God. Therefore, people don't like worshiping Krishna so much. Sometimes Krishna is an immoral God. Rama, he showed the path of righteousness. So they don't understand because they're fools. They deride him. They deride him as a human being. They don't understand his transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord, that, as stated here. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. So therefore, they can actually have entrance into what is Dipavali. Because it's a little more, there is the dharma, yes, there is killing Ravana and conquering over adharma. But there's a little more when one actually has entrance into the Janma Karma Chame Divyam, into the pastimes of the Lord. And one has knowledge about what is actually this pastime about. So we see here in the Ramayana, actually, the whole Ramayana is pretty sad, actually. It's not a very happy story. A lot of just continually sad things kind of happen. So we see that there is little, just as I was mentioning here, there is little more than just dharma and adharma that is being exhibited in this pastime, or often known as Dipavali, with lighting of the lamps, many lamps. And so Lord Rama, obviously we know the pastime that he's been exiled in the forest for so many years, and Sita is kidnapped, and he goes to Lanka and kills Ravana and saves Sita. And Rama is returning to Ayodhya. And so, in order to understand this properly, I just had the thought that the residents of Ayodhya, what is their position? And when Rama is returning, what is their position because Rama is left for so long, and now Rama is returning, and so this is this festival of the lights that Hanuman goes ahead, informs them, and then that Rama is coming, so they're lighting so many lamps and celebrating in this way. So, just to understand the residents of Ayodhya's position when Rama left. So here we see that when obviously Dasharatha, he has to, with Kaikeyi, she makes him submit to the promise that he has made, and Dasharatha has to banish Ram to the forest. This is just at the end of at that point where Ram is leaving. So here, having faith, already the citizens of Ayodhya have practically stopped all their activities out of grief. You must pacify the subjects and not let them fall prey to anguish. Meanwhile, some of the citizens had followed Rama's chariot to the forest, begging him to turn back. Rama told them, I cannot break my vow. I desire that you repose in Bharat the same love you have for me. As they traveled, Rama saw how some of the elderly Brahmanas were having difficulty keeping up with the chariot. Hearing this anxious pleas, Rama felt great compassion and descended from the chariot. Then along with Sita and Lakshmana, he proceeded on foot. Allowing the Brahmanas to catch up with them, still Rama would not turn his face backwards, for he was determined to keep his vow perfectly. Thus, as the Brahmana constantly beseeched Rama to turn back, they reached the banks of the river Tamasa. As the sun slipped over the horizon, Sumantra and Lakshmana selected a site to set for the evening. Then after smoothing the ground, they made a bed of leaves for Rama. When he lay down with Sita, Rama quickly fell asleep. Nearby, Lakshmana stayed awake all night, discussing the glories of his elder brother with Sumantra. Early the next morning, when Rama awoke, he saw some citizens of Ayodhya were sleeping nearby. Just see how much the citizens love us, Lakshmana, Rama said. They will not give up their determination to follow me, trying to bring me back to Ayodhya. They have completely forgotten their homes and families. They should not be burdened by Kaikeyi's curse as we are. Let us go before they awake. Devising a plan, he told Lakshmana, so they leave. And so here, when the citizens awoke, they looked in all the directions for their beloved Lord. Searching desperately here and there, they found the tracks of the chariot wheels. But after some distance, the tracks suddenly stopped. Unable to determine which way to go, the people gazed into the distance and wept. With Rama gone, the people reproached themselves, saying, how can we return to Ayodhya without Rama? What will the women and children say when we fail to bring them back? What is the use of living here without the beautiful moon-like face of Rama? What is the use of a husband or a children or even life itself? What good are household pleasures without the daughters of King Janaka and the lotus-eyed Rama? With no alternative, the citizens returned to Ayodhya, feeling extremely depressed. When the household women saw the men had returned without Rama, they reproached them with cruel, harsh words. Many simply sat down and wept. Due to shock, some of them were incapable of speaking or hearing. Everyone in Ayodhya became condemning Kaikeyi, swearing that they would never live under her rule. Thus, life in Ayodhya became almost to a standstill, appearing like a great ocean whose water had dried up. The Brahmanas neglected the duties, and mercantile people gave up conducting business. Householders no longer took the time to prepare meals, and the domestic animals let the grass drop out of their mouths, and as though stunned. The cows would not give milk to their calves, and mothers no longer felt happiness in greeting their sons. Even the stars in the sky assumed a stern aspect. Feeling tormented with grief, no one in Ayodhya could eat or engage himself in entertainment. Indeed, everyone appeared to be almost lifeless, being absorbed in feelings of separation of Rama. So you can see one one thing that I thought when here they stopped to take rest near the river, how did they fall asleep? How did the residents of, Yogamaya, yeah, I was thinking, how is it possible that they're seeing their Lord leave and they know that he's probably going to, something, if we even blink for a little bit that we can't see the Lord, they're feeling so much separation already. So how did they fall asleep? It's that the potency of the Lord, the internal potency of the Lord. So we can see the separation, the mood of the devotees of Ayodhya, what they are feeling when Rama is leaving. They're not thinking about anything else but Rama. Everything, even the Brahmanas stop performing sacrifices. The cows stop giving milk to their calves. This is the situation in Ayodhya. And Rama's gone for a very long time. So here, so this is returning. So after his banishment, Rama returns here. Let me see here. Huh? So here, there's something here. Yeah, why is it? Maybe I accidentally put in the wrong. Oh, okay, here. There's something here. Also, I think this is when Bharata returns to Ayodhya also. Yeah, without Rama. So, more descriptions of the.
That's when Bharata returns before he knows about the whole thing.
So here, yeah.
Returning from Kaikeyi's father's kingdom. He's been summoned back.
Yeah, he's summoned back. Okay. O Emperor, as I returned to Ayodhya, I saw that every moving and non-moving creature within the Koshala kingdom was in pitiable condition due to separation from Rama. Overcome by intense separation from Rama, even trees, flowers, and fruits have withered up from grief. The rivers and lakes have dried up. The forest animals do not even move about, nor do reptiles search for food. In the ponds, the lotus flowers and the fish are perished. In the cities throughout your kingdom, the gardens are desolate, and the birds that used to sing in them have fled. Moreover, seeing this chariot arrive without Rama, the citizens have been cast into a dazed, almost unconscious condition. The stunned condition exhibited by the citizens of Ayodhya occur when a devotee experiences ecstatic tribulations, fear, astonishment, lamentation, or anger on the behalf of the Lord. There are many instances of devotees becoming stunned when they thought they had lost the Lord's association. During Lord Krishna's pastimes, the milkmaids of Vrindavan were frequently in stunned condition, and the cowherd boys, elders, and the cows are stunned when they thought that the Krishna was going to be killed by Kaliya or some other demon. Such a condition is symptomized by the inability to speak, the cessation of movement, a feeling of voidness, and an extreme awareness of separation from the Supreme Lord. Such ecstatic emotions are relished by great devotees who have no mature desires and have surrendered everything to the Lord's lotus feet. Just like the residents of Vrindavan, the people of Ayodhya were stunned due to transcendental love. So this is the condition of Ayodhya when Rama leaves. And so now at the end of this here in the Yuddha Kanda, we see Rama returning. So Hanuman gets there earlier and announces to Bharata the arrival of Lord Ram, that Ram is coming and should be prepared. So Hanuman then pointed out to the distance where clouds of dust were being raised by approaching monkeys. Just then a far-off roar came to be heard. When Hanuman suddenly sighted the Pushpaka chariot in the distance, he shouted, "Here comes Sri Ram!" A loud, spontaneous cheer suddenly arose from the crowd as they too sighted the Pushpaka chariot, which appeared to be just like the full moon rising in the sky. Everyone respectfully got down from the chariots, elephants, and horses as Bharata began worshipping Ram from a distance. With folded hands, Bharata recited prayers in glorification of Lord Ram, and he offered water and other paraphernalia in worship. Finally, when Bharata could clearly see Rama glowing magnificently at the front of the Pushpaka chariot, he bowed down with great reverence. So, as the celestial airship landed, Bharata rushed forward and climbed onto the chariot to greet his older brother. Rama immediately got up from his seat to embrace Bharata. Taking him on his lap, Bharata, his heart softened with ecstasy and his eyes full of tears, approached Lord Ramachandra and fell at his lotus feet with great ecstatic love. Lord Ramachandra saw that Bharata was much emaciated and heard that in his absence his brother was eating only barley cooked in the urine of a cow, covered his body with the bark of trees, wearing matted locks of hair, and lying on a mattress of Kusha. The most merciful Lord Rama very much lamented this. Afterwards, Bharata greeted Lakshmana and Sita, showering them his praise. He then greeted Sugriva by embracing him, saying, although we are four, you are now just like our fifth brother. So here, okay. Sugriva. Meanwhile, Rama approached his mother Kaushalya and lovingly clasped her feet. Then one after another, Rama greeted Sumitra, Kaikeyi and Vashishta, while all the citizens came forward with folded hands to welcome him. Accompanied by Sita and Lakshmana, Lord Ramachandra then offered his respectful obeisances unto the learned Brahmanas and the elderly persons in the family. And all of the citizens of Ayodhya offered their respective obeisances unto the Lord. The citizens of Ayodhya, upon seeing their king return after a long absence, offered him flower garlands, waved their upper cloths, and danced in great jubilation. So that's some of the descriptions that are given here. Oh, there's more. Well, the demigods, they perform a great festival and then enthrone Rama. Okay, here we go. Then Bharata came forward before Rama with Rama's wooden shoes in hand, while carefully placing the slippers upon Rama's lotus feet. Bharata said, here is the kingdom I have overseen in your absence. By your mercy, Ayodhya is flourishing, and the treasury, storehouses, and army have all increased tenfold. My duty is now over, and I hereby relinquish everything unto you. After offering the wooden shoes before Lord Ramachandra, Lord Bharata stood with folded hands, his eyes full of tears, and Lord Ramachandra bathed Bharata with tears while embracing him with both arms for a long time. So that was some of the descriptions that were there with the Rama's return. So we see that the citizens of Ayodhya were very. That is there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I couldn't.
Because this, I think, happened in Shantigram. What is it? Gram.
Are you saying this happened earlier where Bharata was doing his austerities?
And then there's a description of him entering into the city or palace.
I was looking through. I was trying to find that.
Okay.
But maybe I didn't. Because there's a description of his installation in the Uttarakanda. Because that's the end of the.
Yeah, so it takes time, I think, till that comes. I can find it if you.
Yeah, if you can find that would be ecstatic. Because I thought there was more descriptions when I read it, but then I was struggling to find it. But the main point here being that this Dipavali is a celebration of the devotees of the Lord, actually. That this relationship between the Lord and the devotees, because as we hear, one of the names of Lord Vishnu means one who exists for the sake of his devotees. And so actually Dipavali, for the devotees of Lord Rama, I don't know how much, there's not much description there. At least they would have definitely heard about the pastimes of him going and killing Ravana and such, but at that moment, they were just happy to see Lord Rama. They weren't thinking that Rama has gone and killed so much Ravana and done all this. They think, our Lord is back. There's nothing more in the life for a devotee than just to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we see that this actually, Dipavali, is a celebration of the devotees coming and meeting. That's there?
Yeah, you were right there.
Oh.
Lord Ramachandra then entered Ayodhya in the midst of a great festival.
Oh.
He was greeted on the road.
Okay, let me read that.
It's right there.
Okay. Oh, yes, the next page. Okay. Lord Ramachandra then entered Ayodhya in the midst of a great festival. He was greeted on the road by the princely order, who showered his body with beautiful fragrant flowers, while great personalities like Lord Brahma and other demigods glorified the activities of the Lord in great jubilation. The family priest, Vashishta, had Lord Ramachandra cleanly shaved, freeing him from his matted locks of hair. After bathing, Rama at last again dressed in royal style and was decorated with a garland and ornaments. The three mothers similarly adorned Sita, and the wives of monkeys were similarly dressed and ornamented. Next, Shatrughna came before Rama with a lavishly decorated chariot. Rama graciously mounted it, and Bharata took up the reins, while Shatrughna held the royal white umbrella. On either side of Rama stood Lakshmana and Vibhishana, waving a fan and chamara, while from the sky the demigods and celestial rishis glorified Rama with carefully chosen words. As Rama proceeded towards Ayodhya, a huge procession followed him. As all the monkeys appeared in human form, rode elephants. Thereafter, when Rama entered his capital, he saw how all the citizens had come out of their houses, lining the streets to welcome him. Men and women and children, the elderly gazed upon Rama as though they were getting back their lost lives. While waving their cloths and jumping with excitement, the people shouted, "Our beloved prince has returned. All glories to Lord Rama, the maintainer of his devotees." Amid the playing of the musicians and the chanting of the Vedic hymns, Rama glanced lovingly over his subjects. Rama greeted his ministers and described them all, his political alliances with the monkeys and Vibhishana. Thus he came to his father's palace. So we see some of the descriptions there. So we see that in this pastime, actually, this Dipavali of Rama returning to Ayodhya, there is little more than just because the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes to establish Dharma, but also the Supreme Personality of Godhead moreover enjoys the loving pastimes with the devotees, the separation, the vipralambha and the sambhog bhav that is there, of separation and meeting again. And so when the devotees of Lord in Ayodhya, they saw him, Rama, as described here, glanced upon them, and they felt as though their life had come back. So this is the celebration. This is the celebration of Dipavali, of actually celebrating the Lord's return from his exile in the forest, and then the meeting of the Lord and the devotees. So it is a very beautiful pastime, and it's very wonderful. It's very sweet. In one sense, it's very sweet, and in another sense, previous to the sweetness of experiencing that, there's a lot of pain there in Ramayana. So this is the pastimes, and actually, but most people cannot understand this, and they don't understand this. They don't even look into it. Actually, if you see, they determine what festival is nice according to the amount of enjoyment they get out of it. Just like there was this, there's a Hindu Yuva, UGA, we follow them on Instagram, and this guy was going around, what do you like better, Dipavali or Holi? Most people, what do you think they said? All of them said Holi. Why? And it's why? Because it's more fun. Actually, Holi itself, the celebration of Holi, from what I understand, is not particularly performed. It's the pastimes of Radha Krishna, but we're not meant to imitate that. We're not meant to try to act that out like that. That's what I was told a few years ago. That why we don't celebrate Holi ourselves, why we don't throw the colors and do all of these things. So we can see that people, their idea of celebration and what is nice is according to just what they like. So people don't have entrance into actually what is real, what is Dipavali. And they're missing actually the real treasure of Dipavali. And just enjoying what is that, we see our acharyas often, they say like that just wasted my life not having you worshipped you, O Lord. Just kind of just gone in this world trying to enjoy my senses. So even among situations when people do try to celebrate in these occasions, they do so in the wrong way. Because they're mudha, they're foolish. So very sweet, there's a lot of sweetness is there in this pastime of the Lord's meeting, the devotees meeting with the Lord. This day is also many other things are mentioned. It's also the day where Krishna kills the demon Narakasura. And also, this is another main one that I see even all my parents and my aunties and everything now on Facebook, they put is Lakshmi Puja. They worship Lakshmi. We would, in our calendar, it says Durga Puja. Because if we worship Lakshmi without Narayana, it becomes Durga, material energy. So they don't actually worship Lakshmi, but they worship Durga, because they separate the Lord separate Lakshmi from the Lord, and they want her exclusively, which is not proper, it's offensive. So she takes the form of Durga. So we see that, that again, it's the same mood again. It's not the worship of Radha Krishna. It's not the move of Lakshmi Narayana. It's the worship of enjoyment. Let me get this. Let me worship so that I can get more money in my life. And what is that? That's the famous song they play. Jaya Jagadish. I don't know the beginning of that song, but anyways, give me material wealth and so many nice things in a home and all of these things. So you know it. You know it. So they worship Lakshmi like this. So that's another occasion that happens today. But actually, again, Lakshmi Narayana are meant to be worshipped. And something very sweet, we mentioned sweetness, and something more sweeter here is there is more on Dipavali. And what is that sweetness? It's transcendental. Transcendental is different levels of sweetness, and there is this level of this here is more intimate, more affection, because the devotees of the Lord Rama are in Dasya Ras. But we see the pastime that takes place on this day also, which happens in Vatsalya Ras, in which Mother Yashoda, she's chasing after Krishna and tying him up. Is it sweeter? Yes, of course. Sweeter. And how sweet? Well, unlimitedly sweet. Because as we have that song, Madhurashtakam, I think that we have that his lips are sweet, his face is sweet, his eyes are sweet, his smile is sweet, his heart is sweet, his gait is sweet, everything is sweet about the Empress of sweetness. His words are sweet, his character is sweet, his dress is sweet, his belly folds are sweet, his movements are sweet, his wandering is sweet, everything is sweet about the Empress of sweetness. His flute is sweet, his foot dust, Emperor of sweetness, sorry. His singing is sweet, his yellow cloth is sweet, his eating is sweet, his sleeping is sweet, his beauty is sweet, his tilak is sweet, everything is sweet about the Emperor of sweetness. His deeds are sweet, his liberation is sweet, his stealing is sweet, his love sports are sweet, his oblations are sweet, his tranquility is sweet, everything is sweet about the Emperor of sweetness. His gunja berry necklace is sweet, his flower garland is sweet, his Yamuna river is sweet, his ripples are sweet, his water is sweet. His lotuses are sweet. Everything is sweet about the Emperor of sweetness. His gopis, coward girls, are sweet. His pastimes are sweet. His union is sweet. His food is sweet. His delight is sweet. His courtesy is sweet. Everything is sweet about the Emperor of sweetness. His gopas, coward boys, are sweet. His cows are sweet. His staff is sweet. His creation is sweet. His trample is sweet. His fruitfulness is sweet. Everything is sweet about the Emperor of sweetness. So we see that, yes, and so much more transcendentally, so much more sweetness, and especially in this pastime, it's mentioned here. His stealing is very sweet. His stealing is very sweet. He's stealing from Mother Yashoda. Because Lord Krishna in particular, 4 distinct characteristics as Rupa Goswami describes, his Leela Madhuri, his Prema Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, and Rupa Madhuri. That Madhuri is sweetness. The quality of sweetness is Krishna's, and that is especially sweet. That in his pastimes, in his love with his devotees, exchange of love with his devotees, his flute and his beautiful form. So his extraordinary beauty astonishes all moving and non-moving entities. And same with Rama, but more. So there is more sweetness here, that in pastime of the Lord here, where the stealing of the butter, him being tied up by Mother Yashoda, and on the same day also the Arjuna trees, uprooting of the Arjuna trees. These beautiful pastimes are going on, in which we see that whatever relation the Lord is having with his devotees, he is whatever pastime is going on, it's in relationship with the devotees of the Lord. And so we see we're singing every day Damodar Ashtakam, glorifying the Lord and his activities. But specifically today, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions in the Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto that on this day of Dipavali, actually is the day that Lord Krishna, this tying of Krishna to the grinding mortar took place, as here mentions. It's in the beginning of the 10th canto, that chapter. That on one day when Mother Yashoda saw that all the maidservants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to chant the yoga. While chanting, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna, and in her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself about all of these activities. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, quoting from Vaishnava Toshini of Srila Sanatan Goswami, says that the incident of Krishna breaking the pot of yogurt and being bound by Mother Yashoda took place on the Dipavali day, or Dipamalika. Even today in India, this festival is generally celebrated very gorgeously in the month of Kartik by fireworks and light, especially in Bombay. So we see that this pastime specifically took place on this day. And there's this set of lectures by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj in which he gives us so much entrance into the pastimes, into the different nuances and there's also many different acharyas that have entrance into their pastimes and describe it. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, especially, throughout the 10th canto, he gives the conversations that are even going on between the gopis and Krishna and what is going on in these pastimes. So we see that Krishna, he stills the hearts of his devotees by his pastimes, and specifically this pastime in which he is tied up by Mother Yashoda. It's mentioned how difficult Mother Yashoda how hard she had to labor to tie him up. And it's just some small boy. So much glorification is there. Practically every word of the pastime can be glorified. Just how we see that, Krishna, she leaves Krishna and she goes to attend the boiling milk, and then Krishna decides to break the pot, and then Mother Yashoda is chasing. And when Bhakti Vikas Maharaj describes the chasing of Mother Yashoda, and Krishna is running away, and Krishna he's running, and there's that painting where he's looking back, and he's got fear in his eyes, and Mother Yashoda has got a stick in her hand, and Bhakti Vikas Maharaj describes like that he gives some entrance into that pastime of how Krishna is after she catches him, he's choked up and he's scared and he's running away, and then glorifications are given of how even the yogis who run at the speed of the mind could not capture the Lord, but Mother Yashoda, who's a middle-aged woman, she's catching the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there's entrance into these pastimes for those who actually have the proper mood and conception and proper understanding. And when we hear such things from great Vaishnavas, then we also get a glimpse of that entrance. They have full, where because of our material desire, still attraction to material energy, but we can see how attractive, how sweet the pastimes of the Lord is. So Mother Yashoda is her endeavor to tie up Lord Krishna. It's mentioned in the Bhagavatam and Guru Maharaj mentions this. He's done this a few times now. He gave a series of lectures back in 2000s on Damodar Ashtakam, on the Damodar month, and just a series of describing the pastimes. And then he did it again a few years ago. So he mentioned in one of the series, I can't remember which one, I was also mentioned in the Bhagavatam, I believe, that their cowherd, the Vaishya community, and how much rope do you have for the hundreds and thousands of cows you have? They've gathered all that rope, and she engaged other gopis in gathering all that rope, and still they couldn't tie Krishna up. Really amazing. Still 2 fingers too short, as we hear, 2 fingers too short. But finally her endeavor, her push, that she did not give up at anywhere, just, what is going on? She's bewildered, like she can't tie Krishna, but at no point does she give up her endeavor to tie up Krishna. At no point does Mother Yashoda ever think, that she wants to tie up Krishna. And Krishna wants to be tied up. And Krishna wants that, but he wants to see the endeavor of the devotee. So we can see in our own lives also of how we are trying to tie up Krishna with our love. We're trying to develop that love, that hopefully we can serve the Lord. We want to serve Krishna, but Krishna wants to test us in how badly we want to serve him. So sometimes there's no hope in life, or sometimes everything is very dark, and ashtishyava padartam pinashtumam. And how does the second one? Adarshanamam, what am I forgetting? Karotava yatatava vidadati lampato matpranas. mat prana natastu sa eva naparaha. That whether you trample me or embrace me, my Lord, but sometimes Krishna really puts us through a lot. As Mother Yashoda, you can imagine how frustrated you would be if you were trying to tie up some little kid, who's about that, a tiny kid you just caught, and you just keep gathering rope, and it doesn't. I wonder how she kept him in place though, because he was running away, but then she's got to go and get all these gopis to gather all this rope, and then how do you keep him in check, and so that he doesn't run away again, and then tie him up because you're trying, and I guess she tried to tie him but couldn't tie it at the end. Anyways, inconceivable. So Krishna wants to see our endeavor, our mood in which we're, just like it's mentioned that Krishna, Yashoda, she was engaging many others in assisting in tying her up, that she was saying that, okay, I can't do this myself, let me engage so many other gopis. And the other gopis were also experiencing ecstasy in tying Krishna up, trying to tie Krishna up. They would gather the rope and there wouldn't be enough, and they were confused too. What is going on? So, and then in one lecture, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj mentions that I should have listened to those gopis earlier. Mother Yashoda is thinking, he was a naughty boy. I should have trained him earlier. I should have given him punishment earlier. Look now what's going on with him. Now he's stealing butter and I'm trying to tie him up. And then she does tie him up, and then again he does something crazy. He decides to pick up the whole grinding mortar and starts to walk, and then throws down some Arjuna trees. And then Nanda Maharaj comes, and he's completely, what is going on? And then Guru Maharaj mentions how Krishna takes shelter of Nanda Maharaj, and because Nanda Maharaj, generally the father is not around all the time because he's working and all this, but is affectionate to and then he might chastise the mother, you're not looking after the son properly. So many beautiful pastimes in the way the Lord exhibits and relates with his devotees and wants to see their endeavor. And when he sees that endeavor, when he sees the full endeavor, and he sees that the devotee is never going to give up, he has developed unwavering determination to serve me, then he gives himself to that devotee, because he sees that, he's giving fully to me. As sometimes we read that Krishna he realizes that, this jiva, he can give full, he's giving everything. I can't do that. So he feels indebted to the jiva. Okay, fine, I come, that I'll come under the control of my devotee. I can give you some, here, have full control. What do you want? What do you want me to do? So we see that beautiful pastime of the Lord. We read Krishna book, and it's very wonderful, very, very, very wonderful. I'm reading through 10th canto again now, and it's like, wow, so especially the Kaliya pastimes, and we're just reading through that, how the Lord is dancing on the heads of Kaliya, and then you're showing me this song. What is this song? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say that. But it's the dance of Lord Krishna in which some of the is that Sri Vaishnavacharyas? Sri Vaishnavacharyas, who is that they composed that? Who composed that song?
He's not a Vaishnava.
Oh, okay. But anyways, the point is made there that this I guess he's a devotee. No, what is he?
Yeah, his position is a bit unknown, but the song itself is one of
Oh, the song. It's sung by the Vaishnavacharyas in the Sri Vaishnava line, or no? Do you know?
Vaishnavas like to quote.
Oh, Sri Vaishnavas like to quote.
I don't know about their Acarya.
But anyways, that song is composed in such a way, in such an expert way, in which the melody goes with the beat. The song itself has a beat to it, and then those beats, the song itself describes the dancing of Krishna, and then there's beats within there that describe how the Lord is dancing. I don't even know how to explain it. Yeah, I guess that's a style of the Bharatanatyam. That's how they do that. But it's described how, and in the Krishna book, it's described how the Lord would dance on this head, and then that head, and that head, and then and then play, and he was very elegant. He's like very, and even it's described in the beginning of that pastime how Krishna ties up and he's ready to go, and he shakes his head to just make sure his hair is good to go. Anyways, just kind of veering off here, but Lord's pastime is very sweet. So today is an ecstatic day in which we're celebrating the pastimes of the Lord. So generally we see that colorful decorations, these, what are these things called that they do, the women do? The what? Rangolis. Rangolis are made, fireworks, nice boga is cooked and offered to the Lord. Beautiful lights are set up. So, so many of these things are done. You give in charity. You do all of these traditionally in Vedic culture, and this has been going on for so long, as we see. Prabhupada describes also that even in so many of these kind of things were being done, and even Lord Chaitanya's associates were celebrating this festival. So this is Diwali. I couldn't find any actually classes on Diwali at all by anyone. I could there was one not by Mukundadatta Prabhu, not by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, not by Srila Prabhupada. There's a letter by Srila Prabhupada saying what is Diwali, Dipavali, but then there's like a few devotees in different centers in India giving some talks on there. But I just thought that I would kind of talk about that a little bit, at least. That's the thought I had in terms of Dipavali with Lord Rama and coming into Ayodhya, that the significance of that meeting of the devotees with the Lord. Okay, I'll open it for questions and comments and corrections.
So, actually, Krishna didn't kill Arakasura this day. He killed him yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It's called Narak Chaturdasi.
Oh, it seems there's some.
But the celebration happens today because Krishna accepts the 16,000 princesses
okay.
as his queens. That happens today.
They get married. They marry the
So
Lord.
I don't know if the marriage happens or Krishna returns to Dwaraka with them, whatever. But citizens, it's a big celebration because Krishna accepts 16,000 queens, and suddenly now it's a big celebration, and so yeah, must be pretty huge in Ayodhya. Krishna marries 16,000. Dwaraka, yeah, sorry, Dwaraka. Just going to, you were talking about the conception of Dipavali in India. So, I mean, now they're trying to change, everybody's consciously trying to use the word Dipavali, even in India now. So anyways, I received an email from Prime Minister Modi.
Oh, wow.
So he says that he says, see, this is the way that they're talking about. He says that, this Deepavali is very special. This is the second Deepavali after the grand construction of the Ram temple in Ayodhya. Lord Ram teaches us to uphold righteousness and also gives us the courage to fight injustice. This is what they take out of that. And then we see a living example of this a few months ago during Operation Sindoor. Operation Sindoor, Bharat not only upheld righteousness but also avenged injustice, basically some attack against Pakistan. So, and then he says that amid these historic achievements, the country has also embarked on next generation reforms. The world is going through multiple crises, and Bharat has emerged as a symbol of both stability and sensitivity. We are on track to become the third largest economy in the future of the world. In this, let us adopt Swadeshi, local products, and proudly say, this is Swadeshi. Let us promote the spirit. Let us prioritize our health. Let us reduce the use of oil in our food by 10% and embrace yoga. This is the kind of message he sends out of Deepavali. So anyways, just saying that,
It's kind of ridiculous.
So then this is another philosophy. Dipavali also teaches us that when one lamp lights another, its light doesn't diminish but grows further. With the same spirit, let us light lamps of harmony, cooperation, positivity in our society and surroundings this Dipavali. Happy Dipavali.
I was thinking along more of those lines was for me was that Krishna Sudhama Pagati Dharma Jnana Disaha Kalo Nashta Dushamesha Punarka Dhanandita. It's like just like I was giving a little poetic license, just like how Lord Rama comes back. It's like the darkness for the residents of Ayodhya is lifted away from the light of Rama. I was kind of comparing it like that. But these people,
And
it's crazy.
yeah, and also, I it's on these days also that in some places, it's what's very nice is they enact dramas of Lord Ramachandra returning. It's a play, but then everybody participates as if Lord Ramachandra is really returning, and then the whole village is lit up and people are cheering, and these are the kinds of festivals and plays that would happen in a Vedic society, and the entertainment, you can say.
Yeah.
But it's all centered around Krishna, and then sweets are offered, and the whole evening everybody gears up for this. And the whole place is lit up, and it's very beautiful if something like that is enacted, and everybody feels very enlivened, and so maybe someday by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, such kind of plays can be done. It'll be very, very Krishna conscious for each of the festivals and pastimes, and these things can be done.
I'm pretty excited. Actually, people like this even way more than the. Actually, right now. Anyways, we kind of keep up with like the modern trends of what's going on in society because of Instagram and all this, and there's a whole trend on rise of going back to the days of the 70s and 80s or like before the internet, and living like life without the phone and actually living. And so people are looking at places and opportunities and culture in which they can be in, and they don't want to see something on a screen. They don't want to see some movie. They want to see in a play or be in a culture environment where people are actually engaging in environment, having personal relationships. So I think that these things will be very, very attractive. Whether and we don't have to shy away like, oh, will they understand? No, come watch the plays. And Srila Prabhupada really like that. And we see actually even our own devotees, they love watching the puppet shows of those really nicely done by the devotees. Yeah, they're really amazing. And devotees like Giri, he is practically the generation that we're of devotees that are like their younger generation. That's like the fresh, you could say, and they love it. They love it because it's disconnected from this, like you see like the Avengers or some like Iron Man, and it's just like fighting and so much graphics and so much drama and all this, but then you got this simple play and so much more attractive. So people are looking into this more. So this is going to be a big thing, actually, huge. If we get these plays and get this farm going, have these plays, have festivals like this, it's going to be like, I really see that the whole society's kind of going away. Even we're seeing AI is coming in, everybody's going to be attracted now. Yeah, it's like nobody likes it. People do it and like it's not fake. It's fake, and people don't want that. And so the more realness you give to people, and which we're giving reality, the more people will be attracted. Anything else? No? Okay. All right, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Ramachandra, what was Dipavali ki jai. Damodarashtakam ki jai.
Who's leading? Is it?
It's me.
Okay. Are you okay with it? Or?
Yeah. You want to lead, Vishnu? Huh? You want to lead? You led Vishnu.